when was the point for you guys when it like went from just putting videos on like Facebook and YouTube and stuff like way back to then you were like, oh shit, this could actually be like sort of like career.
Yeah, so I don't know, for me personally, it was I was always doing it for the enjoyment and the fun because I started off when I was around 16, 15, 16, towards the end of 15. And yeah, it was just fully going out with your mates, having fun. And then I'm trying to think when it became like, whoa, this is actually fully something. Maybe like 5 years ago, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a standout moment or like a highlight point. Just when all the team stuff started to become more serious and more traveling and like making the videos and stuff more professional is what kind of, instead of it being like just going out and having fun, it's all still fun, but it was like more of an overarching goal of what we have to create and what we have to make. And I guess it was when we started doing weekly uploads that not pressure, but the schedule that we envisioned for ourselves kind of had to work.
Like I saw is it Thames Mead? It's like in East
Yeah,
London.
yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that just before I spoke to you actually.
Kind of breaking up slightly. Oh, I can hear you now.
Yeah, you good? Yeah, I was watching that just before I spoke to you now, just because I thought I hadn't for a while, and like yeah, you can see the way the music and like the movement and everything, like it's a lot more thought out now. It's not like
Yeah,
oh go and do a cool thing like jump
yeah,
about or do that. It's like very like curated,
yeah,
um,
for sure.
and like I suppose that comes with it. I mean, you're how do you all know each other?
So, like from I feel like I met different people obviously at different stages, and it's almost like slightly separate groups at points. But then obviously those groups kind of merged together. But I met Toby like maybe like 9, maybe 10 years ago. It was in Guildford. I was waiting for another guy, an older guy called Tag at the station, and I remember I saw Toby in some of his videos. And this is a point where like, I don't even think I had like a phone. I was just using like payphones and stuff. And I had to wait for Take at the station. And sometimes I'd wait for these people, and they'll take ages, but I just always wait. And I remember I saw Toby waiting as well. And I was like, you're Toby, right? I've seen you in some of these videos. And I think you maybe had seen me before as well. And then from then we became friends. And then I think later on in that month, I went back to Guildford and I met Callum and Sasha as well at a jam. And then years later, I met the others. So it was Toby, Callum, and Sasha I met first and trained with for a few years, maybe 3, 4 years. And then met Max, Benj, and Stephen, actually, another guy who used to be in Storror. And then Drew later on in Reigate.
Is it like it sort of seems kind of similar to like skating in a way, of
Mm.
like oh there's like spots and like you
Sure.
guys sort of like come together and have teams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like it's really cool to see like I mean how well like are these the people you hang out with like all the time? Because there must be like some level of like bond when you do all
Oh,
this
yeah.
sick
Yeah.
things. Like when I see you guys like pull something off that maybe you've tried quite a few times, there's a proper moment, and it must be the same with like the scariest shit. But you're like, oh, we did that.
Definitely, yeah. Because I guess like when there's also that element of trust and like bonding, like you said, obviously with some like minor situations, but also big ones, because we've done a lot of traveling, gone to lots of different places. There's been a lot of situations that kind of had to push us like physically and mentally, like stressful times where we had to like help each other coordinate, or we've been like, I don't know, like high up and we're trying to do this climb or trying to get up a skyscraper, something like that, where you have to really work as a team to get something done. And when you get those times and those elements where someone is stressed or whatever, and they have to kind of cool down, it's like you learn those other people. And also when someone's putting their like potentially their life at risk, or they're trying to move that's really hard, obviously you know them and you know their skill set and you're confident in their ability, but there's still that like placement of trust between you and the other person or other people in the team. So yeah, it does create like a really strong bond and really
Is there
know those individuals.
uh, is there stuff where someone might be like, no, I've got this, and you're like, I don't know if they do. No, that
Uh,
sounds savage in a way, but like,
I get if that ever happened like that, I would always say before. But
yeah,
when there's doubts, you know someone, you probably voice them, or you say maybe that would happen, or maybe it'd be like that. But then there is that dialogue between the two people, or maybe more people to try and like come to like a mutual ground. And if that person's really confident in it, and you know their confidence, like oh, okay, like he must be feeling it. Like if he's got that confidence that's come from somewhere, then most likely he's going to be able to do it. But I don't know. I've not really had that many occasions like that, really, unless it's someone I don't know that well.
Yeah. I mean, do you work with other people a lot, or do you tend to keep it quite like tight? It's just like you, because I suppose you
Uh,
don't. If you're doing stuff that's high risk and high stress, like you say, you don't always, I assume, want to be bringing in
oh, right,
outside.
yeah. More like a small unit of us,
Yeah,
and we usually do it, or we break up into smaller groups or whatever. But it all depends on the situation. If we're making like a video that is like a just like a feel good kind of go to spots and stuff video in like a random country, then a lot of the time we'll be meeting up with the people in the area, like the community, to try and train with them, or I don't know, like hang out with them as well. They can show us locations, different spots. But if it's like a big project like Thamesmead, for example, where we're just trying to make like a highlight piece video, then most of the time we'll do it when we're just a small unit.